Where's my water at? I'm telling you, Tony trying to give me high blood pressure, y'all.
Ain't that salty, y'all.
Yes, it is. So next time I come on here and I'm talking, my mouth like that while I'm talking, that means I had a stroke because of Tony. Yes.
What's up, everybody? It's Tony.
It's your boy TJ.
We back with another video. Today we are eating some crabs here and some corn. So this is like one of our first mukbang videos, right?
On this channel, we have
Right.
mukbang eating Chick-fil-A.
Right. Yeah, on this channel. So we already did one before, but this is our first one here. And you know, I'm a big crab eater here in Maryland, and I eat mine with ranch dressing. And you know, Troy, since he's from Cincinnati.
From Cincinnati, Ohio. We don't eat crabs. I wasn't raised up on crabs, so coming to Baltimore, this is their culture. This was like a culture shock because what's the earliest you learn how to pick crabs?
I was like probably 6 or 7.
So that's what?
And that's only because older folks in my family was eating them. And my mom, she picked them for me the first time, but if we wanted to eat them, we had to learn how to pick them.
Yeah, so before they could even read and walk, talk, all that, they was picking crabs. Like when I first got down here to Baltimore, people had to pick crabs for me. Because back home we eat simple shit like chicken, mayonnaise and syrup sandwiches, and Hot Pockets.
Hold up. Mayonnaise and syrup sandwiches?
In the comment section, have you guys ever had a mayonnaise sandwich or a syrup sandwich? You mean to tell me you never had a syrup sandwich or a mayonnaise
We
sandwich?
made too much money for that. We were too rich for that.
You came from the project, so have.
So what? But we was still, I don't know, you know, mayonnaise sandwich with no syrup sandwich.
So you ain't never heard of a mayonnaise sandwich, like real talk?
Like with bread and mayonnaise?
Yeah.
No. Or like syrup and like bread.
Your mayonnaise, bread, your syrup and bread. Y'all never had that? I'm not ashamed of where I came from.
Me
I
neither.
come from humble beginnings.
Me too.
And
That's very humble.
yes, it is. You can keep it cute now. But throughout this quarantine, one thing I have learned is how to crack crabs. Tony and his mom
You showed him how to do it.
did teach me how to crack crabs, so I know how to do it. It's just irritating.
Shout out to my mother.
Yes, Miss Lucille. I just found it irritating because you got to do all that damn work for a little piece of meat. That is just too much for me. Give me a piece of chicken or a bologna sandwich. I'm cool.
See, me personally, I'm good.
Of course, you grew up cracking the juice, cracking the shit. When you was 5 years old, you could probably do it in your sleep.
Right.
So for those watching, drop down in the comment section, let us know, is crab something that you guys are familiar with? And if so, do you enjoy them? And can you break them down? Like, he can break them down with no problem. See, look at him. He finna show off. Make me fucking sick. I know, just trifling. I know when I first got down here to Baltimore, we went out to eat crabs and they had to break them down for me, and I felt so emasculated. I just learned that word, so I'm gonna use it. I felt very emasculated because it was like, you know, when you have a baby and you got to chew their food for them and give it to them.
Right.
That's how I felt.
And see, that's why my mother and like older adults in my family, if we wanted to eat them, we had to learn how to
They
pick
had to
them.
learn because they too busy breaking their own crabs down.
Right. So
So I know how to break a crab down.
Yeah, you found who you are. Let's see, for me, it's good.
Yeah, so yeah, let us know. Do y'all get into the crabs? I like the crab legs. Now that's something that's easy to, eat.
Crab legs?
Yeah, crab legs.
Or the king crab legs?
I just know crab legs. I don't know if they king, queen, or what. What's going on with these Karens out here? These Karens are running wild.
Right.
Have you guys experienced a Karen? If so, drop down in the comment section and let us know. What was your experience and how did you handle her? Like, I'm just seeing so many videos of this bitch Karen. She is doing the most. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've seen the videos.
Y'all seen one with a lady that's like out back somewhere and
Mike!
right. And she calling the guy named Mike and he never shows up.
Who is Mike, her dude?
Must be.
She must got some bad twat because she ain't even come to her rescue or aid or nothing.
At all.
She was out there yelling for dear life.
Full of shit.
Yeah, she was. She looked like she was full of shit, literally and figuratively.
Right.
That bitch.
She was like, Mike, you're going to jail.
But that's how them Karens feel. Like,
so sad.
Yeah.
I should have laughed at that, but
I mean, it's not funny, but at the end of the day, it's sad that a woman, because of her skin color, she has an advantage
to say stuff like that.
Yeah, and she can get away with it. That's not cool.
Nah.
And the guy she was talking to, was he black? I think he was a white man.
Sound like he was white, but that was, you never know these days. So
Well,
the mere fact that she's able to do that,
yeah,
and know that she's able to do it, just goes to show white privilege right there. Like that's how Emmett Till got into this situation.
And it was until that woman was almost dead till she confessed that
Right, that it was a lie. Like really.
That's sickening.
A lot of these white women know that they can do stuff like this. And for many years, they've been getting away with it.
Yes. But due to technology, we catching them hoes on camera and exposing them.
Right.
And when you expose them, they would, oh my God. They want to play the victim. Bitch, bye.
Just like the one who got that dog taken from her.
Who in the park?
Yes. Like, everything should be taken from her.
Yeah.
When people said they came to take her dog, I was like, good, because she was so into trying to call the police on the guy that she was choking her dog. Like, she was choking her dog. So, man, it's sad, man, the world we live in.
Yeah.
And hopefully that stuff get better. What do you say? What do you think? Do you think it's going to get better?
It has to.
It has to.
It has to. It's going to get bad before it gets better. And, we not laying down taking it how we used to. We out here protesting, marching, unifying, coming together, and, fighting for the greater cause. So it's going to have to get better. It's going to have to, and it will. I would say that.
I think that racism will always be here.
Yeah, it ain't never left. It ain't never left.
Hell no. I think it's always going to be here because it's something that people teach us.
That's a learned behavior.
Right. And as long as folks still having kids and still teaching their kids this, like my daughter, her generation, if people are, which means her parents are my generation, and if they're teaching their kids this stuff, her generation will experience it.
Exactly.
It's sad that, I've never been called a nigga in my life until Donald Trump became the president. Well, actually, he hadn't taken office yet. He was still running.
Somebody call you a nigga.
A white lady.
What was that about? How that happened?
Well, she didn't actually say nigga. She was like, I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm a Donald Trump supporter. And she was pushing me. We was in the grocery store. So, you know how when you're in the grocery store and you're in line and someone else has already been waited on by the cashier.
Mm-hmm.
So the cashier is waiting on another person, then it's me, and then it's this white woman behind me. So, you know, I don't even give people that space before the whole COVID-19 situation happened. So the lady's waiting on the other lady, waiting on her. And what she does is, you know, I'm waiting for the lady to get finished. I haven't even put my stuff on the belt. The lady behind me, which is the white woman, she was pushing me, putting her stuff on the belt. The cashier was like, ma'am, you are pushing him. Just hold up, like, I'm in a rush, it's Sunday, I'm in a rush. I gotta go. So I'm looking at the lady like, just chill out. Like, once she's finished with her, because she was almost finished with the person who she was waiting on, then it's me, then you're next. Where's your supervisor? Because you're moving too slow. You're moving too slow. And she was pushing me. I said, miss, you are pushing me. Well, I got somewhere to go. I got stuff to do. It's Sunday.
That bitch alive.
And then we had like words were exchanged. And next thing you know, she was like, I'm a Donald Trump supporter. Something like that. And I'm like, wow.
So she didn't call you a nigga?
No, she was just trying to break some stuff. She didn't seem negative, but
What if she would call you a nigga?
I would have spit on her old ass.
No, you wouldn't.
Rest the fuck out with her. I don't care. You don't think I would have did it? I would have spit on her old ass. Like, who the fuck was you talking to, old hoe?
That's nasty.
Yeah, it is. And it's disgusting to call somebody a fucking nigga, too. And you know how that word, how that word holds power, well, holds a lot of hate when it comes to white folks. No, how dare you? How to say it?
And it just seems like now, throughout the climate of what's going on in America, they just bold with it, like they don't care.
Right, they don't.
So if a Karen get in your face and disrespect you and call you a nigga, smack the shit out that bitch. I bet she'll think
Like
twice.
Rick James.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Smack.
Smack that hoe. We're not promoting violence, but we demand our respect. And you're not finna sit up here and degrade us and call us niggers. No. Not when we built this motherfucking country.
Right. Right.
Back here. Go eat some unseasoned motherfucking potato salad, bitch.
And no offense to those white folks that tune into our channel and support our channel.
We love y'all.
We love you guys. We're not trying to incite some race war or something like that, but you know, some white folks gotta be put on notice. And it's not cool to talk down to folks.
It's really not.
To talk down to folks. To disrespect people. To hurt people's feelings.
And think it's okay.
Right.
I think there's not gonna be no type of repercussions. No. This is 2020. You'll catch a fade real quick.
Real quick, real fast.
After a motherfucker get finished busting this crab down, finna bust you in your goddamn mouth. How you doing? But yeah, this corn is hitting. I think Tony's trying to give me high blood pressure. What did you put on here?
Prayer season. Good shit. I love me some corn in the car.
Yeah, I'm gonna have high blood pressure fucking with you.
And you crack it open right.
Thank you. I know how to crack it now.
You still doing it wrong.
No, I'm not. I bet you'll come off.
Got it? See? You ain't pull this part off first.
See, that's what I'm. Just give me some damn chicken. Ain't nobody got time for this. Damn. So I know you guys have seen that there has been a spike in the United States with the coronavirus. What's the hot spots now? Florida, California, Arizona, Texas. What do you guys think? Do you think we reopen too soon? I think so. And I just don't understand how we seen what China and what was that, Italy, Rome, what other countries that went through before it hit us major.
Right.
We seen how they were handling it. I don't understand why we didn't take, what is that?
Ranch dressing.
I'm fine. Thank you. I just don't see why we didn't learn from them and take extra precaution. I get it. People tired of being in the house quarantining. Domestic violence rates have went up, so of course they want to get out the house and away from the abuse. But that's neither here nor there. But that's something that they did report. Did you hear that?
Right, the domestic violence that went up throughout the quarantine, which I think is so sad.
It is sad.
Like,
it is sad.
You know, you trapped in the house or stuck in the house, and all you think about doing or you can do is beat the significant other up. I wonder what ratio is it? Is it more heterosexual couples versus gay couples? What do you think?
To fight someone that you love,
Right.
supposedly and allegedly,
Right.
that's not the move.
It's not. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yes. And for those of you guys that's watching, we hope and pray that you all are in great and healthy spaces.
Right.
That you're not, experiencing domestic violence or anything negative like that.
Right.
And if so, identify and find a way out because you don't deserve it.
And, it's just a sad situation that, people feel like they're in these situations where they can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not have no type of resources or no type of help. But I'm quite sure if we can tell someone or speak to someone about it, someone can probably put you in the right direction.
And don't be embarrassed to talk about it.
No, don't be embarrassed to talk about it. Because you could be helping someone else.
Exactly.
So, I don't know if you guys have heard this recent story about,
Speaking of domestic violence.
yes, about this lesbian couple. The girl killed her girlfriend.
Now give us the background because I'm not familiar. You said it was in Charlotte or something?
To be honest, I don't even know if they were in Charlotte. I don't know. A friend of mine was telling me the story. And my friend T.S. Madison was telling me the story. And the girl killed her girlfriend due to probably some jealous type shit. Like, man, that's not cool. Like, this just recently happened, like, what, Sunday or Monday?
Mm-hmm.
And the girlfriend who actually killed her, I guess she still had access to her cell phone. And she was tweaking and, on her Facebook asking for, do anyone know any bells bombing? She put on her Facebook status that all I wanted to do was love this hoe, and now I'm sitting in a jail cell.
So she tweeted that after she killed the girl?
Mm-hmm. Like,
where's the remorse in that?
right. It's not ever that serious for me. Like, me and TJ, me and TJ have our moments, right? Right here. like any couple. But I don't want to wish no harm or physically hurt him or I don't want to do nothing like that. Where his family won't be able to see him no more. Like that's just too far, too much. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's sick. I think it's a sad situation
Right.
to be in. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain that that was a recurrent thing, domestic violence,
And
and it went too far. That's why when you're in a situation like that, I don't care.
it's best to just get out of it.
If it's one time that it happened, mental no. But if it keep happening,
Right.
get out of it.
Right.
Get out of it.
Right.
Because we all been in situations where our emotions got the best of us. And you know, hands have been thrown or whatever. But if it's something that's happening often, nah,
It's not cool.
it's really not. And now this family has lost a sister, a daughter, a niece, granddaughter, whatever she was to someone.
Mm-hmm.
By this girl talking about all I wanted was to love. What she say?
All I want to do was love this hoe.
And now I'm sitting behind bars.
Mm-hmm.
There's no remorse in that.
No. Have you guys ever been on social media? I'm quite sure a lot of us have. And you read the comments, it'd be like, free DJ, free Antoine. And Antoine and DJ done shot up 10 motherfucking people, you know it. And you know your son done committed murder. And you talking about free my son. Free, like, no. No, he done committed murder. No. Let his ass sitting there. Could be killing me, man. Like, some people just don't care.
I hope you guys are registered to vote. This is an election year, and we need all hands on deck. So if you want Trump to stay in office,
What's his name?
Trump, orange face. If you want to see some type of change, you need to take your ass out and vote.
Please do.
Because of him, the Kung Flu virus made its way over here. He didn't take the precautions to protect us, and now it's here.
Right. And all those who feel like, well, I'm not going to vote for him, that's a vote for Trump. All
Right.
those who feel like, I'm not going to, I'm going to do
Vote period.
I'm going to do a third party vote, that's a vote for Trump. Just keep that in mind.
So we need you guys, just like we came out in numbers for Barack Obama. If you want to see change, you see where this country is at the moment. Do you really want another 4 years of that?
Right.
We also have to consider our forefathers died for us to even have the privilege and opportunity to vote. They didn't have that. And we have it, and we just, whatever. They turn in their grave. All the hard work and the life that they laid on the line for us to even have the opportunity and the privilege to vote, and we just shun it. No. We need to go out there, we need to vote and do something. Get his ass out of there.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I need everybody to understand that this election, well, every election is important for folks to get a chance to express their concerns to these people that's holding these political seats. So, man, if you want to see change in your communities, if you want to see change within your cities, if you want to see change within our country, just please just go out to the voting polls this coming November and make your voice be heard.
Exactly. You can go out there and stand in line for Jordans that drive.
Right.
Them long ass lines for Jordans. You can go out there and vote. And I said what I said. And you know where I'm at. Tony and TJ, pull up.
Right. You better know how to fight, because we did.
But we don't promote violence.
Not at all. We're lovers and scholars. My grandmother would say that.
So Tony, the passing of your grandmother, because grandmothers play a pivotal role in our lives.
Right.
Most of our lives, I'll say that. What is the greatest lesson that your grandmother taught you?
Oh wow, so many of them. Like, so my grandmother that just passed away, she was my last living grandparent. So I have no more grandparents alive right now. And she was my grandmother on my dad's side. My mother's parents, my grandfather passed away in '98 and my grandmother passed away in 2007. Now my grandmother on that side is the one who practically basically raised me along with my mother. And like I can tell you like a list of sayings and moments in my life where she has said certain things, and it wasn't until late as I grew up and I think back in retrospect I'd be like, okay, that's the lesson she taught me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, my grandma always used to say, it's easy to bless someone than to blame them. And I'm like, easy to bless them than to blame them. And she was like, when people do things wrong to you, send them a blessing. And I used to be like, what? Send nobody no damn blessing. Beat the fucking crack dog shit out them. But, as you get older, you think about it. It is easier to bless them than to blame them.
Yeah. And I never heard that. Like, Tony just said some quote before we started filming. He was like, have you heard them? Like, fuck no. What are you talking about? Where did she get this shit from? But, his grandmother.
Right. My grandmother was like one of the old grandmoms that, for those who watch the channel, they may have had an older grandmother. My grandmother was in her 30s. My grandmother was old woman.
What you mean she wasn't in her 30s?
Because grandmothers these days ain't in their fucking 30s. 31, good grandmother.
I'm sure your grandma was in her 30s when she had her first grandchild. Hello, somebody.
I don't think so.
Okay, she was probably 35, 32.
No.
How old was your grandma when she first had her first child?
grandchild?
I'm sure it was early teens.
So my grandmother was born in her 20s. My oldest cousin is only 40-something now.
Your cousin is in their 40s. Your grandmother was 80, so that's 40. How old was her child? The cousin's parent, which would be your grandmother's child.
She in her 60s.
So 20 years?
Yeah, they probably like 20-some years apart, her and her daughter. I don't know, but I don't think my grandmother was in her 30s when she became a grandmother. I think she was in her 40s. I'll say that. 30s, no. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that, my grandmother was that old grandmother. She wasn't no young one, not when I was coming up,
Well, I mean, back in that era, yeah, it was different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like my grandma, I had my grandmother tattooed on my wrist, Mary. And that was your grandmother's middle name, right, Mary?
The one who just passed away.
So my grandmother, she used to always tell me growing up, they can't take what you got up here. She'd point to her head, and I'd be like, girl, what are you talking about, my wig? Like, what? I don't get it. But as I matured and, went through life, I understood what she was saying.
Right.
What you gain up here as far as knowledge, can't nobody take that away.
Right.
So learn as much as you can, because we got to work twice as hard.
Right.
As the next man.
Right. First we got to work 3 times as hard because we black, we men, and we gay.
I ain't gay. I have been delivered. I'm not gay. But I get what Tony is saying. We got to go hard. We really do. We got to go hard for our respect. So, that's why I asked you what were some important lessons that your grandmother left you, because Tony, he quote his grandmother left and right. And I told him he needed to make like a memoir or a book of sayings.
My grandma would say so much stuff. My homeboy Russell says it all the time. He'd be like, Tony, ever since I've known you, he was like, you repeat things your grandma would say, and I'll be like, Tony, you need to make a book.
For real.
He said, because a lot of that stuff.
That's where the wisdoms, and that's seldom that you hear that nowadays.
Right.
So, So for all of you that's watching this right now, if you are in agreement that Tony needs to make a book or a memoir to continue his grandmother's legacy, drop down in the comment section. Let's go. I'm with it.
Well,
Because if you don't, I'm going to take all your ideas and make it myself. So,
thank you guys for tuning in to our video, our mukbang video.
yes.
Like I said, we had steamed crabs with corn on the cob.
That Tony tried to kill me with this fucking season on it. But I'm glad that you guys tuned in with us to hear our conversations
Right.
and stuff. So it has been a pleasure.
Always a pleasure making these videos and sharing it with you guys. If you guys like our video, we need you to do what, TJ?
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Right. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, check out some of our previous content up here. We appreciate all the love and support you guys show us on this channel. And I'm glad you guys be patient with us, you know, when we making these videos. You know, we were a little late due to me having to grieve my grandmother, losing my grandmother, but we back, we making videos, and we here to make you guys laugh. So we will see you guys next time.